Folks, so this video is based around the Careersportal website. I'm going to very briefly show you just a couple of different tools that you can use on the website. It's very comprehensive website. There's quite a lot on it, but I'll just, I suppose, show you the most relevant bits for now. So, sorry, I just had it up there on my web browser. The address that you're going to need to get on this website is careersportal.ie, and again, it's pretty much a one-stop shop for everything you need careers related. And it's just recently been updated actually. So this is what the homepage looks like, and again, there's a huge amount of stuff on it, which you might be able to navigate in your own time. But for now, I am just going to show you how to use the website to start exploring careers. Okay, and this is particularly, I suppose, useful and needed for students who really don't know what they might want to do in a few years' time. So it'll just help them, I suppose, see what's out there and help them find out more about careers that are out there. Okay, so to do that, there's two different sections you want to use on the website. So if I go into Explore, first of all, and I suppose the Explore section is particularly handy if a student doesn't know what specific job they want, but has an idea what kind of career area they'd like to work in. So if I go to Explore and I go down to career sectors here, a whole list of career sectors have appeared here. Everything from agriculture to creative arts to medical and sport related careers. So it's all there. So again, let's say students don't know what job they want but know they want to work with animals. They might click into, for example, animals and veterinary science, and this will bring them to a whole page that will tell them all about working in this particular area. So it'll tell them about what people in this career sector do, what skills they need. It'll give you key facts as well, interesting facts about, how many people work in this particular area, blah 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 blah. Then there's also the labour market information section, which is really useful because it will tell you the employment prospects for that particular area. So for example, for animals and veterinary science, if we read the labour market information, it says that currently and for the foreseeable future, employment prospects for veterinary nurses are very good. So it's great to have a look at that to see where the jobs are going to be in the next few years. Then if you go down, you'll also see sort of articles and videos and live job advertisements on the website, which is useful. Again, you have your heap of videos there that you can look through in your own time. You also have videos on college courses that also come under whatever area you're looking at. There's your articles there that I mentioned, and then at the very bottom it goes through a list of courses, college courses that will come under this particular career area. So again, I want to work with animals, don't know what job I want. Well, here's a list of courses that might interest you. And at the very bottom of the page, it has a list of jobs that come under this particular area. And let's say you get to the bottom and you think, you know what, I might like to be a veterinary nurse. Click into it and it'll give you loads more information on the actual job itself. I will do a separate video on looking up courses, but for now we'll just stick to the careers. Okay, so again, just to repeat, that was going through career sectors, and again, you can click any sector. I'll go into food and beverages just for the sake of argument here. You'll see it's the exact same layout. You have your skills, your key facts, your labour market information, your videos, course videos, and at the very bottom you have your courses which relate to the area that you've chosen and your occupations. And again, you just click into whatever you feel is you want to find out more about. Okay, so that's exploring career sectors. If you want to look specifically at jobs rather than a whole entire sector, then you need to go over here to tools, and you go right down to the careers subheading here, and you can click either career explorer or apprenticeships. Obviously, if you know that you want to do a trade in a few years' time, apprenticeships is going to be a more relevant page for you. But for now, I'll just go into Career Explorer. So this is slightly different to the career sector in that it gives you 983 careers, all in alphabetical order, that you can find out more about. Okay. So the good thing about this, I suppose, is you can literally read through each of these jobs and see, do any of them tickle your fancy. But if you already know that, yeah, I'd like to know maybe more about what a accountant does, you can literally type in accountant and it will just bring up accountancy related careers for you. Okay. You can also use the other filters down the side here. I'll start at the bottom actually. You can filter by your career interests. So at this stage, all students would actually have completed a career interest test through this website and would have got a result for that. So they would know what the result they got was, because it'll be saved on their file. So let's say they got social as one of their top career interest. They can then filter jobs by their career interest. So again, I've clicked social and this is now showing me 316 careers that are particularly good for a person that has a career interest in the social area. And you can click as many of them as you want or as little of them as you want, and that will change what kind of jobs come up for you. You can also then filter again by career sector. So let's say you just want to look at jobs in business, sales and tourism, and you just want to look at clerical and admin jobs and tourism and hospitality jobs, then that's all you're going to get. So it's given me 91 careers then that fall under those. So again, you can click as many or as little as them as you want, but they're very handy filters to have. The job zones I'll very briefly explain. Basically, this job zone is unique to the Careersportal website. Basically, every job, there's a list of numbers between 1 and 5, and it'll shade a particular amount of numbers. Essentially, the higher the number, the more qualified and the more training you need to become that particular job. And the lower the number, the less qualified you need to be. So for example, if I go up here to accommodation staff, if I want to work in a hotel as an accommodation member of staff, it's a job zone 2. So what does that mean? It says these occupations usually require a leaving cert or equivalent, which is fine. If I go all the way down now, I'm going to see if I can find one that has level 5, and I have. So an anaesthetist is a level 5. And what does that mean? It requires years of specialist training and usually a master's or PhD as well. So it's just interesting to see the higher the number, the more training you need, the lower the number, the less training you need. And you'll also see clearly down the side which jobs are in demand at the minute. So it's really good to sort of note that. So once you've kind of looked through some of the jobs, used all your filters that you want, to find out more about what an actual accountant, for example, does, you simply click into it and it brings you to a whole new page which will give you loads of information about the job. So up here you have the amount of people that are employed as an accountant in Ireland. It'll tell you the growth rate, which we hope is a plus for most jobs. So, you know, if the employment prospects are likely to be good. It'll also give you, you know, how many males, females work in the area, maybe how many people work full-time, all that kind of thing. So just interesting little statistics up there at the top. Then it'll tell you the salary, which students love to find out the salary for every job they're looking at. So it's good to note that, and your career zone there as well. And then as you scroll down, it'll give you a brief synopsis of what an accountant or whatever it is you've clicked actually does, what kind of knowledge they need, what kind of skills they need to be good at the job, all that kind of thing. So again, it's useful to know that information. And then if we scroll down, it'll give you links to articles and videos again, which you'll see down here. And there's actually shortcuts over here on the left hand side, which you might find really handy. So if I wanted to again find out more about the actual work that an accountant does, I can click into it and it gives me in much more detail what an accountant actually does. If I want to find out the kind of person that would suit being an accountant, I click into the person and it'll tell me what kind of personality traits suit somebody in that field. Then very importantly, you can click into entry requirements then, and it'll tell you what qualifications you need to become an accountant. So in this case, it talks about you need to complete an accredited course with one of these institutions. It'll tell you the general points that you might need in your leaving cert, that kind of thing. So entry requirements are very important. Pay and salary I've talked about already, so again, goes through that in more detail. Your labour market information, again, it'll tell you whether there's going to be good employment opportunities for you in this area or not. And then finally, it gives you some useful contacts. So because I've clicked accountant here, it's given me details of the big 4 accountancy firms and other relevant institutions there that you might want to call up to find out more information. So that's those little shortcuts. If I keep scrolling down, then it'll also give me a list of jobs that aren't quite an accountant but are very similar to it. So here it's suggested like a data steward, a business consultant, payroll manager, blah 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 blah. And if I want to find out more about that, I click into them. And then finally, this is the courses that you can do that will help you become whatever job you picked. So again, I've picked an accountant, so all the courses that are coming up here are either accounting or business courses. And again, let's say I like the sound of an apprenticeship in accounting technician in Rathmines College. I click into it and it will bring me straight to a new page, which will give me more information about the course and a link to the core college website and all of that kind of thing. So it's really, really handy. I've just actually come out of that again. I'll go back into career tools there, sorry. So if I go back into Careers Explorer, I'll just go back into an accountant, which we were in, and scroll down to the very, very bottom. The very last thing you'll see on the page then is videos and articles that may be of interest for you. And then also it'll actually give you links if you want to look up what actual live jobs are out there in this particular area. You can apply to jobs or do a job search here at the very bottom. Again, not very relevant to students because they're not at that stage of looking for jobs yet, but when they are at that stage, they can actually do a job search at the very bottom too. And again, just to show you, every job page will have the exact same layout as this, so it's very, very clear to understand. So if I go back out just to our list of careers, I'll pick something totally different. I'll go to airline cabin crew. Same idea. You have a salary, the knowledge, the skills, you have all your bits down the side. Entry requirements are blocked off here because it is kind of interview based to work as cabin crew, so it's not as relevant. They don't have up-to-date labour market information on it, which is a pity, but it can happen. There's a link to videos there, related jobs, related courses you can do. Obviously, because it's cabin crew, there's no particular degree courses or PLC courses you can do for this particular job. But again, it'll say that, and it does say that. 0 courses found. And then you have your news and your articles and the job search at the bottom again. So that's pretty much everything you need to do. So again, if you want to explore just the comprehensive career sector as opposed to jobs, go here. And if you want to look at jobs, go to Career Explorer. And again, apprenticeships, it's the same idea. Looks the exact same, but we are now looking at apprenticeships. And again, if I click into any of these, bricklayer for example, it'll give me loads of information there on entry requirements, training, skills and qualities needed. And that's pretty much it. And if you want to return to the home page at any stage, you can either click home button or the logo there, Careersportal. Thanks guys.